What do you think? I've been playing around in Solidworks. So it's not done. I'm still making decisions, but this is as far as I have got. I'm in VCarve, and I'm trying to decide if I should make some of these openings a little bigger where the tab fits and the holes, because it seems like I'm always cleaning these areas out like it's a little bit too small, or the rounded corners on these don't allow these tabs to go through. So what I thought about doing is just, fudging these a little bit longer. But the length is where I have the problem, because again, the way that the router, like if my arrow right here is a router and it comes into this corner, it's going to go like this, then it's going to turn and go up, and your round router bit is going to round this off inward. So that'll add a little material there, and that always gets hung up in like these corners, like here and here. So what I thought about doing is just kind of rounding these out, the tabs, Let me think on it. Oh yeah, this is a 20 by 20 inch square, same as my router bed on my smaller router. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of parts here. I could take some of these parts and put them up here and stuff, but I kind of like to keep the sets together. Like this would be the top set, and this would be the bottom set, and these two would be the intermediates. I'm just getting an idea of the scale of this thing, 4 sheets of 20 by 20. There's my first batch of 4 sheets. We'll cut these out and see how it goes. I'm not going to change any of the line lengths or anything on this first one. It'll be kind of a test for the other 3. I did put tabs on it. I got these new bits on eBay. Like 2 years ago, when I was making those circuit boards, I ordered some really small ones, and I put this on the order. Look how blunt that looks on the end. I think that'll work for MDF. Give it a try. The wire harness is in the way. Shoot. I could cut a little notch out of that. Yeah. I'll cut a little notch in that. Yeah, we're good. From now on, I'm going to start cutting the parts a little bit smaller on the tab. That'll make up for that rounded hole difference, hopefully. Then I won't have to fix them every time. Let's spread out a little bit. I should have cut a hole for that motor to stick out here too. Darn it. I could trace it and cut it by hand. Doesn't matter what way the servo goes. I'd have to look back at my drawing. I don't think it matters. The center is still the center. Which reminds me, I have to order that servo. Something that I didn't anticipate was this motor is slightly hitting this side. Like this motor where I cut a big circle out for the motor, I should have done the same here. But I can recut that, or I can just use a handsaw. I think I'll just do that, use a handsaw, and then I'll fix it in the drawings so next time I do it, it'll be correct. And also I want to add that little notch here for the wire. And usually I'll just repeat whatever's on this side. That's what I should have done here. I don't know why I didn't. You can see the gap starts small and it goes bigger because it can't get past this engine, motor, servo, stepper. Yeah, stepper. So I do need some sleeves that fit on here that are flanges that I can attach to another surface with a set screw. These are 1/4 inch, and I'm going to make them on the 3D printer just to make sure it's what I need, but I'll have them fabricated out of metal or buy them. The wire looms seems to work fine, except I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? That's not how it goes, Steve. No, this goes down the arm, right? Doesn't go like this at all. The only thing that will travel down through here is the 2 servo wires going this way. So really, I should have this motor turned so that these wires are going this way. I can get to that later. I'll get it apart and then I'll cut that other side. I think I'll just do it on the CNC machine. Okay, I've created a hole so I can fix my part. We'll put that at 0, 0 and it should cut it out. And also, I included that little tab for the wire to go through. And I can see the image of the one that was here before, that way I can get it straight. Alright, got my bit right in the center of that hole, and I brought it up so I could put the dust shoe on. So this is correct with the notch going this way, and this is not, but it doesn't really matter. It's just how the wire leads. Let's just see. Yeah, it's pretty good. I wonder if I can get this in without taking anything apart. I'm not gonna glue this together just yet. It's press fit and it's holding together on its own for now, so I'm gonna keep going until I need it to be secure. I think it's a good start to the forearm though. What? It's just sitting there, but it looks pretty good, doesn't it? I just had to throw it together temporarily to get a look at it. So there's two sections left. The bicep part and the body part. You can see that two-sided tape's really done the business on this. I think I'm just going to give it a sanding and flip it over. This side's good. Not many.
Can I have it?
Yeah. I think I'm just going to spoil board right into this. I don't think I'm going to use foam this time. Try something new. Yeah, this is nice and flat. Couple spots. Nice fit and finish. See if I can find a clamp. I couldn't really get it on there anymore without stressing this out. Because I've been running so much MDF, I thought I'd go ahead and add a hose that sprays air. It's just temporary for now to see how it'll do, but here's the hose. And I wrapped it with a bit of copper wire just to hold it in place. And I'm just using the bare hose, and my thought of that is if it touches the bit, I don't think there's a chance of it doing that, but if it does touch the bit, it won't break anything. Like if I had a metal nozzle on that hose, that would be more risky. I might have to wrap this with a bit of copper wire down here too to keep it shape. But for now, that seems to be pointed in the general direction. And at the end of this hose, I just adapted it into my regular air line, which I get air from here. And I can turn it off and on, and I can regulate it. And it's got the water thing. See how it does. I had to modify my dust shield with a hole. So now I have to, it's kind of a pain, but see if I can do it one-handed. There, now it's going through down here. Yep. So we'll give it a try and see how it works out for us. Okay, let's give this a shot. I reckon that'll work. Here's the new parts I'm going to test. And I'm also printing part of that gripper mount because, yeah, I broke that one. First cut with the new nozzle, air nozzle. Oh, that went well. I like it. I think it made a difference. Kept the bit from getting hot. I didn't break a bit. It cut fairly cleanly. And it doesn't smell burnt in the room. And that's the main thing. So I think we're in good shape. Here's all the parts I have so far. The thing's turning into a monster, isn't it? I'm going to stop the project and investigate about stepper motors with a gearbox on them. These are just normal stepper motors, and I can get like NEMA 23 stepper motors or bigger with 20-to-1, 5-to-1, even 100-to-1, and that would give this arm a lot of power. And besides, because of the length, it's going to need that power. It's going to need every bit of lifting I can give it. I'll probably experiment with stepper motors before I go much further. I may have to change my drawings to reflect them. Yeah, it's been a fun project, but I'm getting a little bit burned out, so I'm going to give it a little bit of time off. But if you like this project, let me know you do, and maybe you'll inspire me to keep moving. Meanwhile, I'll do other videos of some subjects I like and interest me. We'll be doing those soon. Thanks for watching. Press that like button, thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.